Hello and welcome to my aerial video channel. This 6-minute video is kind of a checkout of the jitter I had in my XK X380 UAV. We're climbing up here through some 100-foot tall trees out of my front yard, and we're going to go up and shoot out towards the north here towards Lake Erie. And also got a chance to see that the trees are now starting to change color and looking at least a little bit like fall. There's still plenty of green trees, but at least we got some of them changing color. As I said, I used this UAV, the XK X380, a couple weeks ago, and we were getting some shake in the gimbal from side to side with the camera and the video. And when I noticed that, I came home and did some inspection and found that there was a lot of insect guts on my props, which is probably put them out of balance. So we took all the props off, cleaned them all off, rebalanced them, put them back on, and by the looks of it, it looks like that took care of the problem. So we're just flying. There's between me and my house and the Lake Erie is a couple of streets, and it's a nice way for me to get a quick flight in. The only nervous part is again flying up through a 15-foot diameter hole in the treetop canopy to get up here. You can see some of these trees are really huge. They're probably over 200 years old, but we're approaching the lake. Lake was fairly calm. You can see the one thing that the X380 has is a tendency to seek back and forth from left to right. It doesn't stay like it's on rails like some of my other more modern UAVs, but it still does a pretty good job. The little White House that it's not actually very little, but the White House we're passing over belonged to one of my friends and his wife. They both passed away, and the house had been sold. But I spent quite a few times at that house. That house has a real nice lookout over the lake, and we'd sit in there, and I'd bring some of my homemade beer over, and we have some nice sessions of having beer and watching. There's some nice color in the Perry nuclear power plant in the distance as we're looking to the west. We're swinging around here and looking back south. Again, you can see the trees are starting to change color fairly nicely and picking up some color. Some trees have lost all of their foliage, but it's good to see that they're changing color now, because we've been waiting a long time, and this is like one of the latest times that I can remember that it's taken for the leaves to start changing color. We're kind of searching back and forth here because I'm looking at my little 7-inch monitor on my transmitter, trying to decide where the heck I'm at to find my way back over. So I know I've got a couple of streets to fly over, and then we're going to make a little bit of a left turn here to head back in the right direction, and then I can see myself in the picture. I'm standing in the front yard in a little clearing out there in the past. But we're looking basically to the south now. That road that you see running there is called Redbird Road. For whatever reason, that was what it was named. But in the lower right-hand corner, you can see my lot, and I'm standing in the front yard looking up through the trees, and it's kind of tough to see I can hear, at this point I can hear the UAV, but not necessarily see it. But you can see it was raining at this time. There's a drop of water on the lens. That's something we had to deal with. This was one of the few days that I could get out there, because it was so rainy and windy on other days that we were kind of getting cabin fever, and I wanted to get out there and retest this gimbal assembly. So It looks like we got it straightened out. Even though the craft is seeking back and forth, the shake has gotten out of that. There you can see my house with the big ham radio antenna and TV antenna, and me standing in the front yard now looking up through a little gap in the trees, and we start to come down now through this opening. It's about, I'd say it's about a 10-15 foot opening in the trees. Just have to guide it down, hope that a gust of wind doesn't come along, and everything would be cool. So thanks for stopping by and watching. We just wanted to do a quick shoot here to check out the gimbal, and hope you enjoyed seeing the fall colors in the trees. Leave a comment, thumbs up, or whatever you feel like doing, and hope you stop back and watch some of the other videos that are in my video playlist. Thanks again for stopping by.